you guys see in there? It's the clothes. I'm done procrastinating. Okay, cat, you need to leave me alone for just a little bit. I got something I gotta do. Welcome everybody to another Nomadic Monday. A Nomadic Monday like no other. Well, it's actually going to be like every other. Cat's probably going to bug us. I'm going to read comments. It's what it is. Anyway, before I start, let me spout off a couple things here real fast. One thing, I really want to thank Blue Wave Odyssey. If you guys have a YouTube channel and you want to create some new friends and stuff like that, check out Blue Wave Odyssey on YouTube and become part of that community. Not only are you going to meet some pretty awesome people, you're probably going to kind of grow a little bit. Grow your channel, which brings me to the second thing I want to talk about. If you're new to my channel, and this is your first time viewing my channel, what I like to do every Monday is read comments from the previous week's videos. It would really help if you subscribed and watched. Definitely watching's important too, but subscribing's important because I got notified through the YouTube Creator Studio that YouTube is going to be purging channels, purging, your subscribers from your channel, starting December 4th, I believe it was, up, throughout the month. So like, the reason they're doing this is some people stop viewing YouTube for a while. Some people just stop their accounts, and they may have subscribed to you, and they close their accounts, and so you have a fake subscriber, I guess. So YouTube is going to purge everybody's channels that when people don't, they log or they subscribe to you, right? And then they don't come back, for long periods of time, maybe, or maybe, just because they don't like your channel and they forgot to unsubscribe, or they just closed out their accounts. So a lot of us are going to be losing subscribers. Hold on one second. I need to cough. That's how you do it. Anyway, so yeah, so if you're new to the channel or this is your first time viewing, think about clicking that subscribe button before the purge happens to my channel, because I really can't afford to lose anybody. I'm getting so close to 1,000. I'd like to reach that 1,000 mark before New Year's. But the problem is if I get purged, let's say they knock out like 650 people, that leaves me with 50 people. That would suck. And then I'd have to continue trying to build, and by the time I get to the point I'm at now, they'll probably do another purge, and I don't know. I just don't want to deal with it. I'd like to get way over 1,000 eventually. That way I don't have to worry about this issue. Though I do know that channels that have like hundreds of thousands or if not millions of subscribers, they're going to be losing quite a bit. I mean, say you have 1 million subscribers, you could lose 100,000 or so people. I know somebody that has 16 million subscribers. They just lost 100,000 people throughout the purge. So it's, it's not going to hurt them much because they already had 16 million. So 100,000 isn't nothing, but it's a lot. So I don't know. Just think about clicking that subscribe button here. I think it's right here. All right, on with the video comments. I'm going to start with the newest and go to the oldest, I think, this week, because that way I don't have to try and scroll all the way through and figure out which is the first one of the week. All right, so starting with Tripoli, Treplee. Don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not. I gotta check. Right, on the I just went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and before I read the comment, let me tell you about that video. Okay, I was watching some YouTube channels. Have you ever seen those channels where it says worst city to get a job, or best city to raise a family? Those type of videos. Well, one of the videos I seen was worst cities in the United States. top 5 or top 10 worst cities in the United States. Coming in at, I think, at number 4 was Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is a great town. I mean, yeah, there's no work there if you live there. There's employment sucks. But that could be due to why I went there. There's a curse on the town. So, what was the Indian's name? Cornstalk. He was a chief, and he cursed the town. Now, after I shot that video, I learned a little bit more information. So, the white man, the honkies, we still wanted more bloodshed, I guess, and we went in there and after, even that there was a truce during the battle and stuff like that, we still needed to get this guy, even though there was a treaty signed or something. So we captured him, or lured him in, got him, put him in the fort, which is just down the street from the Mothman Museum. It's no longer there. The police station or something like that sits where the fort was. So they had him in custody, kind of, in the fort. And I thought he was hung. From what I read on the internet, he was hung. But from what residents tell me, at least at the Mothman Museum, was some vigilantes went into the fort and actually shot him. So, but before then, he did put a 200-year curse, which caused all sorts of havoc in the town, if you believe in curses. All right, so Tripoli writes, good info, very interesting. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome, Tripoli. And I will, after this video, I'm going to go to YouTube and see if you have a channel and see what it's like. JJ Godfather wrote on where I put the snow in the litter box video. Kitty says, meow, you will pay for this, human. You know what? That was payback for what she did when she was young. If you recall last year when I got her, when she was only like this big, I was laying on my back, sleeping right, on my bed, sleeping on my back. And she came up on my chest and I opened my eyes and she was just staring into my eyes. And then she just started to urinate on me. She filled my whole belly with cat urine. So I do not feel bad about putting snow in her litter box at all. JJ Godfather also writes on the Point Pleasant video, I love the kitty town. Yeah, that is pretty cool that the residents built an entire little town for the local wild cats. I thought that's pretty cool too. Wonder how they keep the big wall from falling over during the floods. I have no idea. It's a pretty big river, so you would think, yeah, but a lot of cities have flood walls. I think Paducah, Illinois has a flood wall, the city that's across the river from Metropolis, Illinois. A lot of towns that follow the river have those big flood walls with those big gates and stuff. The Mothman Festival would be fun, I am sure. It is. I went one year. I didn't get to go last year, but I went the year before for like 5 hours, and I wandered the streets. There's probably a video of it somewhere. Dustin Porter writes, same video, awesome, buddy. Keep them coming. I'm trying. It's just difficult this time of year. It's winter time. It's hard to get out and shoot video. It's cold outside. RV Butterfly, who does have a YouTube channel, RV Butterfly. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Always. It's nice to find little places like that where you can shoot video. Good Time Campin', who has an RV channel, RV YouTube channel. Good Time Campin', not with a G at the end, just I-N. I enjoyed the video. My mother is from West Virginia. I think I know what's wrong with me. LOL. Great video. Keep them coming. Just because your family's from West Virginia, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you at all. Pete and Cat's RV Life, who also has a YouTube channel. And all these people I met from Blue Wave Odyssey's channel. So like I said, if you guys are getting a YouTube channel going, maybe you're thinking about it. You don't have no content yet, but you're going to make some. Start your YouTube channel, get it up, get it the way you want it to look, and then start recording some videos, post, and join channels like Blue Wave Odyssey. You'll meet these people, and they communicate with you, which YouTube likes. You can communicate with them on their videos, which YouTube likes, and eventually you'll start to grow and hopefully won't get purged, which I'm really worried about. On the Thanksgiving video, Pete and Kate RV Life writes, right now you have 39 views. I guess that was on my Thanksgiving video. I have 7. I would be thrilled to get as many as you get. 39 views. I feel, I mean, I used to say I was really happy if I got 1 view back in the day. If 1 person watched a video, I was jazzed. But now that I'm actually trying to grow, and you know, they always say, you see these channels sometimes, like you're watching YouTube channels, and you'll see videos where people put 0 effort into their channel or into their videos. They don't do anything. There's no editing. There's no really putting video clips together. They're just doing like 30-second or 2-minute long videos, and they'll have 5,000 subscribers, and each video is getting like 800 views. And then you put some effort into your video, you know, even if you're not good at it, you're putting effort into it, you know, the best you can, because it's hard to learn how to do this stuff. But so you're trying, and you're getting 39 views, or in your case 7 views. And people say, don't look at those other people, don't worry about what they're doing, worry about what you're doing. It's hard to go, well, how come people are watching this, and you know you're trying to do better than what that video you just watched was. You know, they'll be recording on their cell phone or something, and it's all jittery and shaky, and it's like, you know, your stuff is better quality than that. You're trying to do better audio, better video stabilization, and it's not working. You know, what do they have that you don't have? And it's hard not to get those thoughts in your head sometimes, but still, at the end of the day, I would be happy with 7 videos or 7 views. If that's all I had, 7 views, that means 7 people took time out of their day to watch your video. I get, if I wasn't trying to grow before the end of the year, I would still be content with that. I just want to get past this final plateau of breaking 1,000 after 2 years of videos, over 1,000 videos. It would be nice to have at least 1,000 subs. Is it going to happen? We'll find out. Maybe not if YouTube purges, but I don't know. I enjoy your channel and find it relaxing and entertaining, watching all the places you go and you travel. Well, thank you. Yeah, one of these days, you know, the trick is, I think, going full-time in the motorhome. That's where I can finally blow up, because I'll be able to stop at my leisure at different roadside attractions and not have to be on a schedule and rushing from point A to point B. That's when I think I can really focus on YouTube. It's really hard when you're in a truck and you got to get from a shipper to a receiver, and then from the receiver to another shipper, and then get somewhere else, and you got days to do something, and you're trying to fit in these little stops in between your scheduled pickups and deliveries. It's hard, but I think in the future it'll change, and hopefully you're still around and you can watch the growth. That's what I'm doing to your guys' channels too. It's like I know where you're at now, because I've watched a lot of your guys' videos that have friended me on YouTube, and now I know where you're at, and like next year I get to see how far you progressed, and that's kind of exciting. Plus I get to learn from you and everything. I get to see what you guys are doing, and not copy, but definitely learn. Howling Fun RV Adventures. All these people have YouTube channels if anybody wants to subscribe. Howling Fun RV Adventures writes, I will be one of those people that runs south very soon. Then I will chase 70-degree weather. Like I wrote in the comment, it's so hard to follow the weather, at least in this job, because I'll leave Florida, come up here I'm in Minnesota right now, and it's supposed to be 20 below zero after midnight tonight. They got this rain that's supposedly going to freeze to ice as it hits the ground. I forget what the Weather Channel called it. It was frozen rain or something like that. So it's going to hit the streets and just like build up ice. And then they're supposed to drop like 1 to 5 inches of snow on top of that tonight. So I'm always in and out of the weather. And from here, hopefully I head back to Florida. But yeah, if I could chase 70-degree weather year round, I would I'd be at home right now because it's 70 degrees at home in Orlando. So all winter long, I could just be at home. And during the summertime, head out west up to the mountains or something. Santa Fe, Denver, I don't know. Nathan Whitaker writes, I always enjoy your videos, Rick. This was very interesting. What video was interesting? Truck living versus motorhome living. Very interesting. You've probably done videos similar to this in the past, but this was more detailed. There's a part of me that is intrigued with that lifestyle. I'm not married, and I have no children. I've thought of doing the truck driving gig. Of course, I would have to get the Major League Baseball app and NFL Sunday ticket to watch my Chiefs and Royals. Then I'd be set. This is like driving truck is a great part of nomadic life. You're out here on the road making money. You're living nomadically. You get to stop and see. When I first started driving truck, excuse me, I wasn't into stopping and seeing everything. I was into making money. I was trying to make money to give it to my wife or give it to my ex-girlfriend, and trying to pay house bills and everything else. When you're not married and you're able to bank that cash, and you're not really focused on money anymore. I mean, I'm focused on money. I'm getting ready to go on a trip, which I'll start slowly revealing here soon. But then you have family members that start getting sick, so your money starts going out to that. Like my daughter's sick, so I'm paying hospital stuff. I'm paying her rent and food and medical bills and antibiotics and all this other stuff. So my bank account is gone. But over the last 2 years, I've learned not to worry about money so much and kind of explore more. So even though I need the money, I'm not worried about it. And so truck driving is really nice if you don't focus on the money, because the money, you're going to make the money, and you focus more on the travel and the exploration. You're going to make money. You're going to see the sights. It's going to be great. And then say you live in a motorhome like I do. You got rid of your houses. You don't have anything anymore. No bills, no anything. You could go home on your days off, get out of the truck, hop in your motorhome, go to Thousand Trails, go out to the forest, do whatever you want to do for a week or two, and then come back out on the road and do it again. It's not a bad life. Eventually, I do want to end this. I mean, hence that's the reason I want to grow on YouTube, so I can end this and do motorhome full time. But yeah, if you want to do it, get in touch with me. I'll try and hook you up with somebody that can get you a job. And if you don't have your CDL yet to start driving, the person I'll hook you up with will probably hook you up with a company that will help you get your driver's license. Anyway, if you want it, send me either I am me, I think they call it, or leave me a message below and I'll contact you. Let's see here. RV Butterfly writes, do you have your RV on a piece of land in Florida or at a campground? Okay, so my RV right now, I don't have houses anymore. I was actually buying a boat, a 44-foot like little mini yacht, and I was going to put it in Crystal River, Florida, out not far from where I live, and live on the boat. And so I got rid of the house, and I was in the process of buying a boat. Down payment, I put the money down and everything else. But then I found a girlfriend, fell in love. She was losing her house. So I focused, instead of paying for the boat, I focused all my efforts on helping her keep her house. I lost the boat, ended up being with her for 13 years, split up. She's got the house. I don't have anything. So that's my living now. I just have the RV in the truck. So how I'm living is, my motorhome is at work. We have a big yard where we park all the trucks and trailers. I have a 30 amp plug out back of the yard. I just it's plugged in right now, so my refrigerator and security, everything's going on it. And then when I come home and park the truck, I usually park right next to my motorhome, take the stuff all out of here, put it in the motorhome, fire it up, take it over to the wash bay, pressure wash it down, and head over to Thousand Trails. That's how I do it. Now I stay at Thousand Trails for a few days, go back to work, park it, hop back in the truck, and do it all over again. That's how I live right now. Galleon Adventures, who has a motor RV channel also, which I just watched one of their videos tonight. They just posted. So it's Galleon, Gallion Adventures. That would be nice to use someone else's vehicle instead of your own. It's nice to see the difference between the two. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I thought about that too. So in the trucking, living in the truck versus motorhome, I shot that while I was out here on the road, and I thought about pulling into a rest area and kind of shoot scenes here in the truck, you know, and then ask somebody that might be parked at a rest area if I can go inside their motorhome and shoot scenes within their motorhome, and then compare the two between motorhome living and trucking. But I chickened out. It's hard to walk up to a motorhome, knock on the door while someone's taking a break and eating lunch, or the family's in there eating lunch or something. I don't want to hassle anybody. But I'll probably redo that video when I go home. I'll park my tractor trailer right next to my motorhome, and then I'll do that. I'll show the difference between my, you know, living in the motorhome and living in the truck. Living Coast to Coast says, we are a full-time traveling family. We have explored 42 states in 2 years. We saw more trash in the Northeast than we have anywhere else. I do agree. It seems sometimes to be more prominent in big cities. We rarely find trash left behind by other campers. We have seen a few campsites where it looked like trash being dumped by people who do not want to pay fees at their local county landfill. We lived in the middle of nowhere, and people were constantly dumping trash and sadly unwanted pets on country roads. Can you imagine just taking a dog or a cat? You don't want it at home. It's too complicated to feed a cat, to where you just put it in your vehicle, drive down a country road 5 miles from your house, and just dump it in the middle of a field. I couldn't do that. There's no, I live in a very small space. I don't know. I've lived in the truck here for like 30 years. Never really had pets. When my ex-girlfriend came out with me, we did bring 5 dogs with us. They were Chihuahuas and small dogs, but and that wasn't even difficult. But now me, El Solo, with this hairball over here, wanting to play, it looks like. If I can do it, I don't in a small space like this, I don't know why someone couldn't do it in the house. Why they have to do that. Pete and Cat's RV Life, ROFL. What does that mean? What's ROFL? ROFL. Yep, that sounds the best. Description I've heard. My wife would beg to differ that weird woman loves snow. Oh. Okay, I know what video they're talking about. A few years back, she wanted to go to Colorado for a wedding. I said, "You're crazy. It snows there." She assured me that we had checked the weather and there would be no snow. Well, needless to say, I'm in the hotel room miserable while the weird woman was on the patio building little snowmen. You know, I think I told you in the comments. Now, like every year I touch snow. So, I think last year I tried to build a snowman. I grabbed some snow and I was packing it. Generator fired up. Got to shut it off. There it goes. So it got... Why are you licking? Ow. So, it was too cold. So there was a wooden railing. There was a wooden railing. Stop. And so I just took my finger, and there was snow on the wooden railing. So I went ahead and I just drew 3 little circles and 2 long lines and made my own snowman just drawing it. Right? She wants to play. Let me get through these messages, and then we'll play. Galleon Adventures writes, LOL, you bust me up. The snow isn't so bad. It's the ice and cold I hate. Ow. Came from Blue Wave Odyssey and my channel. You visited me first. Thank you for sharing. Headed to Florida in a few weeks. Well, I should be home. Maybe I don't know if you're going to the RV Super Show at Tampa Fairgrounds. Maybe we could meet there. Disney, Universal, or something. Stop it. I'm sorry, guys. Frame Queen writes, love your Stranger Things hoodie. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? I also got a t-shirt. Jen Vargas, Central Florida Top 5, picked me up one because I forgot to pick one up the night of Halloween Horror Nights. So she got me a Stranger Things t-shirt, and she got me this Captain Spaulding Sid Haig Halloween Horror Nights shirt. Pretty sweet from Halloween Horror Nights. Silver Turtle 65 writes, California has the same policy, not as bad as Florida regarding camping. What video was that? I don't even know what I was talking about on that video, Silver Turtle 65. I apologize. California has a lot of rules. Florida's getting a lot of rules. Blue Wave Odyssey writes, LMAO. I know what that means. That's one of the things I know what that means. Oh, I know the video. It was the snowbird one, or the Florida as a refugee state. I know what you're talking. I know what that's all about. Oh snap! That looks cold. It was freezing. Blue Wave. Robert B writes, this refugee couldn't even escape the snow to get to St. Augustine. Now my vacation is filled with snow blowing and shoveling. I'm sorry. I actually, St. Augustine's like 65 miles, 70 miles from where I live. Used to go there a lot 20 years ago. I used to live a lot closer to St. Augustine than I do now. But when I was shooting that video, I was actually driving down the road, and I came into some towns, and there was like sidewalks, and people were shoveling. And if I could have pulled over, I was going to ask one of the guys if they could shoot video of me in swim trunks out there shoveling snow to see what it's like for somebody from Florida to shovel snow. What's it like? I don't know. I've never shoveled snow, so I don't know. I feel sorry for you. Simba, just like it sounds, writes, do they have any barbers over there? Must be talking about my hair. Probably. I don't know. I'm sure there's barbers. I haven't looked for a barber in a long time. Back in the day, when I got back from Iraq, we had to have really short hair in Iraq and Saudi Arabia. So it's like, once I came back, I said, you know what? I'm never cutting my hair again. Never going to cut my hair again. After I got back from Iraq, I did cut my hair, but I'm just lazy. I think that's what it is. I'm lazy, and what good would a nomadic hippie be with short hair, right? I'm gonna get a haircut, so you can crack on me all you want to. It's not a big deal. I'm getting ready to go on a cruise. Before I go on the cruise, I'm gonna go buy a tuxedo, a bow tie, and get all that stuff, and I'll be getting a haircut. Then Simba also writes, the North is still better than the South. Stay up north. That's all I gotta say. It gives me more elbow room at Disney and Universal. Mobile Homestead RV writes, I just bought 5 acres in Colorado. Man, you're welcome to come and camp anytime. I've been seeing on Camo Dave that you wanted to have some like convergence at the property you bought in Colorado. I would be willing to do it. I don't think I'd bring cousin Eddie out there. As far as I want to take my motorhome, maybe Key West, and that's 200 miles, 275 miles away from where I live. That's kind of far. I'm comfortable sticking around the Orlando, Central Florida area, Ocala, just in case it breaks down. Maybe eventually when I upgrade motorhomes, then I'll think about it. But I think if you do have that going on, I may rent a van or a camper or something like that. Like fly into Denver, rent something like those rentals. They have those motorhome or RV Class C rentals. I might grab one of those and bring it over to your property if you guys do create that event at your property. Axel Wildland writes, my favorite part about living in Florida is no snow. I have had a bad record of driving in it. It sucks. What are you doing up there? Hey. Hey. That's not a cat claw. She's not hurting anything. Love the channel and the videos. I appreciate that, Axel. Thanks, man. Good time camping writes, LOL, love it, and so true. Talking about the snowbirds, the everybody that comes down to Florida, the refugees that we have. James Catanese writes, well, some of us old people have to go where it's warm for health reasons, but I am here in the winter sticking it out with one leg. Like me, I'm stuck 6 months in a brick home. I will be full-time next year. I will head out west to Arizona since North or East Coast people overloads your Walmart. Hey, it's not, James, it's before I got my motorhome, I used to be really prejudiced against the snowbird population that would flock down to Florida. Last 20 or 30 years, 20 years ago, it was fine. It wasn't as bad as it is nowadays. But back then we really didn't have Walmarts. We had Walmarts, but they weren't grocery store Walmarts. They were these little Walmarts. Now they're all super centers and everybody goes shopping there. But it's not to knock the snowbirds coming down, because now I own a motorhome. But the problem is during snowbird season, you walk in to grab a Pepsi. Let's just say you're grabbing one thing. You're grabbing a soda pop. You run into Walmart and you go, you know what? I need a bag of potatoes. So you go in there to get a bag of potatoes. You're going to the checkout center to grab a Pepsi too. So you got a bag of potatoes and a Pepsi. You should be able to get in and out. Normally it takes 3 minutes. Self-checkout or something like that, But this time of year, you could be standing in line because Walmart doesn't open up every aisle. So it's like, you could be waiting 45 minutes to get that one bag of potatoes this time of year. It sucks. It's bad. And then not only that, I would say the theme parks but the theme parks are always crowded. I can't blame that on the snowbirds. But your stores, grocery stores, and everything else, traffic, yeah, it's bad. And I'm now that I'm a motorhome person for the last 12 months, I'm part of the problem, even though I don't drive it only when I go home. But like right now, if I go home right now and I go online and I try and book a reservation, if I was just trying to book from 1 mile away from where I live is Three Flags, Thousand Trails, Wildwood, Florida. It's about a mile away from. I cannot even book it because it's booked up for the next 4 months, and let alone Claremont, the Orlando Thousand Trails. I can't book a spot for, like, let's say, what is this month? This is December. So January, so let's say I want to go home January 5th. And I try and book it. I can't. They're sold out until, I think, I was talking to one of the ladies at the front desk. They're March. I think the entire campground, 900 spots are booked up through March with snowbirds. I think that's ridiculous. I would like Thousand Trails to set aside 50 spots out of the 900 for locals, because let's say a family wants to take their kids out for the weekend, go camping for the weekend. You can't go to the forest, it's jam-packed. So you want to go to Thousand Trails or something, and you want to take your kids out because Thousand Trails in Claremont has a lake and with canoes, and they have swimming pools and stuff like that. So you want to take your kids out for the weekend. You can't, because all the snowbirds are down filling up the campgrounds. It sucks for locals. Yeah, we get the summertime, but generator. So there's things I definitely dislike. And because I'm from Florida and a motorhome full-time living person, I'm taking all that into account. So when I do go places, I'm not going to try and take up places that locals could use, or at least get away on the weekends so the locals can use, so they don't have that hatred towards us. Because I don't want that hatred, but I'm still kind of angry. I don't know why. There's no reason. I'm not going camping anyway. I'm not going to Thousand Trails. At least I'm going to try and book it for February, and hopefully a spot or two will open up. So that means I got to stay out here and work for a couple more months before I could even take one day off, because the snowbirds are all in Central Florida. I don't know what I'm saying. I just don't want to make any snowbirds mad. I'm happy you guys come on down and enjoy your time. But it does make it difficult on locals. That you're going to wait in line at Walmart's. You're going to wait in line at other places. You're trying to find camping. It's almost impossible. Just something as a local we have to live with. Howling Fun RV Adventures writes, first, thank you for your job you do. I couldn't do it. I would have to be put on meds to deal with road rage. You get over the road rage stuff. The best thing that what I like to do is I don't drive the speed limit. I'll drive 3 miles an hour under the speed limit. That way everybody just goes. That way I'm not stuck in anything. Toonstead writes, I love it. The cat is not digging it. Throwing trash out, no good. He's talking about last week when I replaced my cat litter with snow to see what the cat would do. I thought she was going to do more than what she actually did. Pete and Kate's RV Life writes, new friend from Blue Wave and love seeing the snow. Have been in Florida 13 years now, and the one thing I miss the most is having seasons. Can't believe you had to your swim trunks on. I would have been bundled up like an Eskimo. Fact of the matter is, all I have is swim trunks. Except right now I do have my one pair of Levi's on. They're just holy Levi's. But I own one pair of pants. Other than that, all I own is swim trunks. But my pants and all my swim trunks were dirty. I have not done laundry in 2 weeks. I finally did it today, as you seen at the beginning of the video. Finally did my laundry. But all I had was swim trunks. So I got to go outside with what I have. And yeah, it was cold. Definitely cold. Toonstead writes, love the video. I'm an animator. Superman is my favorite. Great video. New friend. Yeah, if get a chance, hit Metropolis, Illinois. Go to the Superman Museum. It's a great little stop. Awesome people. Let me see if I can get this right. I think that's it. Let's see. Make sure. Nope, that's not it. There's more. Carpe Diem, RV Style, who has a YouTube channel. And hold on. Let's see. You break down how I'm supposed to say your name. Okay, your name means seize the day. RV Style. Hello, thank you for the shout out. Blue Wave had recommended you from their stream. We hope y'all will enjoy our channel adventures. I do love your channel. Subscribed. I love it. Maximum file size reached. We've been going for 38 minutes. James, let me knock this out real quick. James writes on my cat litter box video. Rick, she says I'll take the food, but not the snow. She doesn't like snow. James Ketney's writes, love the video. Your buddy is smart, not fooling around. The cat, for sure to be safe. Keep wheels sunny side up, my friend. Thank you, James. Boston Terrier Mom writes, oh, you better be careful. She might not use the litter box ever again. Hey, it was my payback. Fortunate Adventures writes, this was my first ride along with you. I really had fun. Try to keep warm, my friend. I'll see you in the next one. It's about time now, writes. All these people, like I said, have YouTube channels. Wow, North Carolina looks cold and wintry, and Wisconsin, wow, thank you, thank goodness for coffee. But that snow, I always do a snow dance for the snow with my shoes on. I had to take my shoes off. I had to, people like to feel the sand between their toes. I had to feel the snow between my toes. Good Time Camping writes, bad news for a Florida boy. If it makes you feel better, it was 38 degrees in Plant City this morning. That's insane for Plant City. Isn't the Strawberry Festival coming pretty soon? I think like in 2 months or so. Slow Momentum writes, be safe. We deliver RVs all over, headed to Oregon. You be careful heading to Oregon. You got those hills to cross over this time of year, going through Montana and Wyoming and into Oregon and Idaho, or Idaho and Oregon. Wow. That's dangerous to bring RVs over that hill during the winter. Kevin Cole writes, okay, the big question of the day is answered. Okay, that's it. That was the last video, I guess. No more videos. So my memory card's almost filled up, so I gotta say goodbye, guys. If I made any snowbirds mad, I didn't mean it. I really didn't. Just please think about what it's like for locals. So wherever you go, doesn't have to be Florida, anywhere you go, just take local people into account. You know what I mean? It's hard to say. I don't know what I'm saying. So in Florida, we get clogged this time of year. You got to understand that. But during the summertime, if you live in one of those towns that has a nice lake and you get tourists coming in and clogging everything up and taking over your favorite swimming holes and you can't get out, or or whatever, you go to places like that. It's just just taking it's be considerate to the local wildlife. You don't have to be considerate to me. I can care less anymore. I'm one of you guys now. Except I'm not a snowbird because I already live in Florida. But yeah, I did it. Nothing was said in anger. I promise. Anyway, that's it for Nomadic Monday. Until the next one, guys, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, maybe Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.